Now let's take a look at Ableton Live's 3 generic file browsers, and they're located here. 1, 2, and 3. And again, I'm leaving the info view box open, so sometimes if you need a hint you can look down there. Now each of these are indicated by an icon of a file folder with a number inside. Now these are designed to allow us to find anything on our hard drive that we might need in relationship to Ableton Live. Now if you want to follow along, this is just simply a new set, and so it's coming up untitled 3. Now the main reason we're going to come to our generic file browsers is to get to our clips. This will be the most common reason to come here. So let's see how that process works. Now there are several things you might run up against as you're working with these, and that is that you need to start at the beginning. The first thing you can do is double click on any of these file browsers and it takes you up to the last root memory position. Now if number 1 is not currently set for your library, simply click up here at the top, come down and choose library by clicking on it, and that'll reestablish this as a library. These file browsers will remember their last stored location, not relevant to any particular project but just the last project. Okay, so let's again go for clips. I'm going to start by finding some drum loops or drum clips. I'm going into the acoustic folder, and notice that we burrow in or dig into each one by clicking on the unfold triangle next to that. So to get inside drums, I click on that, unfold, and now into acoustic, and I'm going for the big rockin' set. I'm going to take a listen. We see basic generic beats here. Okay, so if I want to use these, I'm simply going to drag them over. And I'm just going to go ahead and grab all these because I'm not sure which ones I want to use. So if I have them all, I don't have to come back looking inside my file browser to find them. I can throw these away later if I want to. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is start one of these files. I'm going to again double click to get to the root, scroll up, and start the generic drum beat. I'll pull that volume back a hair. I'm going to look for a bass part. Again, going inside clips by clicking on the triangle, then bass. And with this clip playing, I can now hear different bass loops as I audition them. Okay, that's okay, but maybe a bit aggressive for this drum kit. Try this one. Okay, that fits a little more nicely. Okay, so I'm just going to drag them over. Again, I'll take all of these and pull them over. Now what may happen sometimes is that as you drag one of these clips over, it may say, oh, this uses operator and you don't have access to that. Now that's an additional cost to get operator, but what you do have is simpler. So you can drag a simpler bass sound onto a track and then drag these clips onto that track, and they'll be usable with any bass sound you have access to within Ableton Live. So don't let it stop you if you get to an operator set of clips. Just drag over another bass part onto a track, as I said, and then drag the clips over. Okay, so here we can see now we've got bass part and drum part. Okay, so we're doing good. I'm stopping and rewinding. And now I'm closing up these. So that's the basic way of using the file browser number 1, is to get to your clips. Now we can also get to waveforms and other devices. Let's go ahead and now get back into another file browser. I'm on number 2 here, and you can see that it's got a current memory. Let's watch what happens as we dig in. I just want to show you how this works. I'm going inside the mags. I'm now going inside some that I got off a disc with a magazine called FM 198, and I'm digging in. And as I dig in, things are starting to come off the screen. Now we can resize, but there's another thing we want to do. If I know that I want to hang out for a while and just check out this retro collection, I double click on that folder and it becomes my root for File Browser 2. So if I come off File Browser 2 and go back, it remembers that location. So now I can dig in and find different things. I'm about 135, so I'll find something near that tempo. Simple tom hit. Okay, so we've got a crash cymbal with some effects on it. I'll drag that out. Just put it out onto a straight audio track. Okay, so that's going to repeat over and over. I'm going to just leave that alone for now. So what you've seen now is that I've stored a location for File Browser 2. I've got a different location for File Browser 3, and again, you usually want to keep number 1 at your library location. So you can see the generic way of getting around, or the basic operating principle of getting around. Now, let's say that here I am in this folder and I don't want to do that as my main location anymore. I can simply click up to go up to the folder this was inside, and I'm going up top again to the basic Any Audio Library folder. Now again, by double clicking on that, that becomes my memory. Going to 3, coming back to 2. And again, double clicking on File Browser 2 resets all folders closed. So you can store your parent folder or your main location for each file browser, and anytime you've dug inside, so to speak, to get to different waveforms or clips, then you can restore that top location by double clicking. Okay, we're going to stop here now, and next we're going to look at some of the basic bookmarks up here and how to create your own bookmarks, and also the search feature, which is vital for getting to sounds very quickly.